Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
Years and years ago, when my stay at WFAN was over, Mark Chernoff came to the realization in like 10 minutes, I got to get this guy back. Bottom line, I need Sid. So he came up with this brilliant idea. He said, listen, I can't hire you back at the Fan right away. Mason and all those guys are against it. Let's get you back into the family, and you'll ease your way back into that seat at WFAN. Okay, great. What's the idea? We'll get your job at 1010 Wins. I go, what are you talking about? That's all news all the time. They've got Mark Gurney. Don't worry about Mark. It's like the mob. Don't worry about Mark. We'll take care of Mark. I said, okay. Who am I working with? Lee Harris. I know Lee, of course. He's a genius and a all-time great. And Judy DeAndres. I'm like, but Judy, I heard things like Judy to me, I was told that Judy was basically the female version of Imus. That she was going to be very tough, break your balls, not going to be easy. Mind you, I will tell you, my experience for the 1 year with Judy was not that. She was actually great. But Lee and I became really good friends. And I believe he is the greatest, no disrespect to Scott Stanford, and you right now know him because you're doing a talk show. But in terms of straight news talk, I think he's the best morning anchor ever. And now he's walking around the halls at WABC talking about the Worldwide News Network, I think. And I have no idea what that is. And I work at this station. I'm the number one ratings guy at this station. So I'm happy Lee is here because I love him, and he's a magnificent talent. Magnificent. But I have no idea what the hell you're doing here.
I could clue you in if you gave me a couple of minutes to talk.
Well, you're on the mic right now, handsome, so take it away.
Hey, I was never happier at Wins than when you came on because I thought it was the most New Yorkiest thing that had ever New Yorked when you came on. Here's a guy hiding out down in Florida. You know, he's probably...
Hiding out is exactly right.
Yeah, it was kind of like the witness protection program, halfway house for radio. Right. And it just sounded so New York, even though it was originating from down there.
Thank you.
You know, he was a guy who's paying a lot of attention to the scores because there might be a buck or two riding on them, right? And I was just so happy every time you came on. I said, I think we put it across. We have our credentials now. Not everybody from Wins was from in town. They weren't all Brooklyn guys.
No,
like
that's true.
Like you,
that's
and me.
true.
So you gave us a lot of cred during your brief stay.
It was fun, and you really were terrific. So thank you so much.
Now this is the radio station that made me want to get into radio.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I heard guys working 3 hours a day, playing records and making jokes. And I was a pretty lazy kid, and I thought, that's a job for me.
Yeah.
Now, it turned out...
Who were some of those guys, some of the voices?
Well, that was Dan Ingram. I wanted to be Dan, of course, and Brucey. Harry Harrison in the morning. I didn't think he was that funny, and he wasn't. But
he wasn't, no.
You know, but he had to be the traffic cop in the morning.
Yeah.
And Ron Lundy.
But he did do the Beatles breakfast, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't love the Harry Harrison Beatles breakfast?
I probably wasn't up early enough back then. You know, it was sleeping till 1. But, you know, I later discovered I wasn't a very good DJ, so I wound up in news, and, you know, it worked out okay.
Okay, you're a legend. When did you start actually doing the morning anchor on 1010 Wins?
In 1993.
So how long did you end up keeping that job for?
It was almost 30 years.
Wow, 30 years. Now, did you work with Judy the whole time? I don't think so.
Worked with Judy till 2015, then Bridget Quinn came in.
Oh, yes.
And she was very good and a little less flighty than Judy.
Yeah.
And
Judy had her moments. I ended up loving Judy.
Yeah.
I thought what I heard about her before was not accurate, but she did get a little feisty every now and then.
Well, she was from the stage. You know, she had been on Broadway.
Yeah.
Apparently for one night in a show starring Meatloaf called Rockabye Hamlet. But she put her talents to good use at 1010.
Well, you guys had a great team. I liked her too. She was very, very good. So now we're reading about this Worldwide News Network. It's all over your friend Alan Sniffin's message board, and you seem to be the man in charge of this. So what is that all about?
Yeah, well, as a lot of your listeners may know, the CBS radio network is going out of business. 2 weeks from tomorrow, they will broadcast for the very last time after 99 years of really starting the radio news business.
Why do you think they're going at it? Look, the clear answer is they're not making money, okay? And that's why CBS AM radio went out of business. Plus the fact I was killing their morning show, killing them. And it's very difficult to stay afloat if you're not doing well ratings-wise in the morning. But CBS had both 10-10 wins and CBS that they could afford to only keep one. Olivero made 10-10 wins, an FM station as well, and CBS radio went away. Why is this the case now, though?
Well, don't forget, we're talking really about two different companies now. So CBS Radio Network is actually owned by CBS News. And the reason why they're getting rid of it is a little more complicated. The company that
that's Barry Weiss's decision.
Well, yes and no. Not to contradict, but she's part of it for sure. CBS, in its current form, is not interested in broadcasting as you and I know it. They are interested in subscription. They want you to sign up for Paramount Plus. Rather than chase ad dollars, which is increasingly more difficult, they would like you to just subscribe and give them the money directly. And that's where the CBS radio network does not fit. There's no subscription model for that. No one's going to give you $10 a month to hear a newscast at the top of the hour. That said, it is a great business done properly, and fortunately we have the leadership here that understands that, and that is the business we will be in. When CBS Radio Network goes down, 11:31 p.m. on May 22nd, at midnight, May 23rd, the Worldwide News Network will take its place. We will rise up when they fall.
At midnight.
We will grab the flag and carry on.
That's very exciting.
Better than ever, and there will be people who work there who come to work for us. It'll sound pretty similar, but I think it will have better editorial guidance. Let's just put it that way.
I'm with you 100%. All right, cool. And give us that date one more time, Lee Harris.
We will be up at May 23rd at midnight. You will hear it on WABC. You'll hear the first 3 minutes of the network every hour. Try to get to it on time, Sid.
Right.
And then we'll follow that up with local news. It's a hard join, as we say here in showbiz. This is the pinnacle of my career. 30 years at Wins, that was nice.
Yeah.
This is the pinnacle.
I believe you. It's so good to see you, too. You're a great guy and a great talent, and we're very lucky to have you here in this new endeavor of ours at WABC, which should be a huge success. So it's great to see you every morning, Lee Harris.
And it's great to see you. I mean, you know, we used to not see each other because you were 3,000 miles away. Right. I have to thank Mr. Katsimatides for having the vision. A lot of doubters about what went on here. You can see them on the message board today. And I must admit to some skepticism myself initially, but I've been proven wrong, not for the first time. So thanks to Mr. Katsimatides and our fearless leader, Chad Lopez, for seeing this through and giving us what we need to do this.
Agreed. You're great, and so are they. Lee Harris, congratulations. Best of luck. You and I will talk often on this program, I'm sure. Thank you so much. It's a great Lee Harris, folks.
Thanks for listening to Sid and Friends in the Morning. You can hear Sid and Friends in the Morning weekday mornings at 6. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
Listen to this podcast now
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Why is the middle class shrinking? Why are people facing an affordability crisis while marginalized individuals called informals grow in numbers? Join me as I travel the world, speaking with people living in invisibility, the leaders working to solve it, and uncovering the hard truths shaping our economy and daily reality.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.